The All-Star Weekend drama in Indianapolis turned from a celebration into a masterclass in how not to handle public relations. And it all started when Kelsey Plum decided it was a good idea to throw shade at CaitlinClark. What began as a unified moment of protest with the "Pay Us What You Owe Us" t-shirts quickly turned into a headline-grabbing mess, thanks to Plum's not-so-subtle dig aimed directly at Clark. During a post-game presser, Plum couldn't resist pointing out that 0 members of Team Clark were present during the player meeting that led to the t-shirt statement, a jab that instantly changed the tone of what could have been a powerful moment. The internet didn't miss a beat. Social media exploded, and not in the way Plum probably hoped. Fans and even NBA veterans like Stacey King jumped in, calling her out for pettiness and hypocrisy. Let's be real. Kelsey Plum isn't just any player. She was once the NCAA's all-time leading scorer before CaitlinClark shattered that record. So it's no surprise there may be a little professional jealousy simmering under the surface. The difference is Clark isn't the one stoking fires. She's remained poised, diplomatic, and supportive of her fellow athletes, even the ones tossing passive-aggressive grenades in her direction. And let's not forget what Clark has done for the WNBA. Before she joined, some games were lucky to attract a few thousand fans. Since Clark's debut, viewership has skyrocketed, arenas are packed, merch is flying off shelves, and the entire league is finally enjoying long-overdue mainstream attention. In other words, she's not just a player, she's a walking marketing campaign, injecting millions into a league that hadn't turned a profit in nearly 3 decades. That's why Plum's comments were such a cell phone. It's like biting the hand that not only feeds you, but is also raising the value of everything around you. Then, as if karma was on a mission, the next chapter of the saga unfolded online. Plum, an Under Armour athlete, was spotted attending a Nike event, Clark's biggest sponsor. Instagram lit up with a photo from the party, and it didn't take long for CaitlinClark herself to drop one of the coldest, cleanest clapbacks of the year. She simply commented, "Thanks for the Nike ad." That's it. No anger, no rant. Just surgical precision in one short sentence that spoke volumes. The internet predictably lost it. The comment quickly racked up thousands of likes and replies, while Plum, she went radio silent. No apology, no clarification, no comeback. Because honestly, what could she say? Oops, sorry I showed up at a Nike party while trying to throw shade at their top athlete. It was a mic drop moment for the ages, and Clark didn't even have to raise her voice. While Plum was fumbling PR 101, Clark was giving a masterclass in how to clap back with class. And it's not just the public watching. Sponsors, teammates, league officials, and future business partners see how players conduct themselves. Clark has shown she's not only marketable, but also measured, media-savvy, and unshaken by the noise. Meanwhile, Plum managed to make herself look bitter, unprofessional, and, thanks to her endorsement blunder, a little careless. Even if her original intent was simply to keep Clark from getting undue credit for the protest shirts, the shade came off as mean-spirited, and the damage was immediate. Sabrina Ionescu, who sat next to Plum during that press conference, looked visibly uncomfortable the moment the comment was made. Her expression dropped, and her forced smile said everything. It was clear she knew right away that Plum had overstepped. And then there's the broader context. This all happened during CBA negotiations, when players should be presenting a united, professional front. Instead, the All-Star Weekend was marred by off-court drama, infighting, and social media chaos. That gives the league more leverage to delay or dismiss requests for higher pay, better conditions, and other long-standing concerns. It's a classic case of self-sabotage at the worst possible time. And while the pay dispute itself is legitimate, professional women's basketball players shouldn't be working side hustles in the off-season. The optics of calling for more money while attacking the league's biggest revenue driver just doesn't add up. You can't ask for a raise while publicly feuding with the person writing the checks. And yet, here we are. The moment could have been powerful, unified, and resonant. Instead, it spiraled into a social media war and a PR mess, all because one player couldn't resist tossing a little shade. It's wild how a moment designed to bring attention to systemic issues turned into a cautionary tale of what not to do, especially when the one being attacked has been nothing but a rising tide lifting all boats. Clark has praised the vets, highlighted the history of the league, and remained focused on basketball despite constant scrutiny. She's been everything you'd want in a star: humble, hardworking, and headline-generating in all the right ways. Still, some players just can't seem to handle her success. Instead of capitalizing on the attention she brings, they'd rather ensure she doesn't get too much credit. It's a textbook crabs in a bucket mentality, pulling someone down instead of helping everyone rise. Not everyone's reacted like Plum, though. Some WNBA veterans have embraced Clark and are seeing the rewards of association. More sponsorships, more airtime, more visibility. The ones who've been petty, they're mostly getting roasted online and left behind as Clark continues to soar. And we haven't even seen her at full strength yet. She's had injuries, a grueling schedule, and yet continues to deliver. Just wait until she's healthy and rested. Think Michael Jordan in year 2. After that, he rewrote the entire league. Clark is poised to do the same for women's basketball. The sad part is players like Plum should be riding that wave, not throwing rocks at it. Instead, she's become the poster child for how to turn a win into a self-inflicted L. And as Stacey King pointed out, when veterans undermine their biggest asset, it's a fast track to dysfunction. Hollywood Buzzing captured the drama in real time, spotlighting just how quickly shade can turn into a PR disaster. The Nike party saga became the meme of the week, and Twitter didn't hold back. From Photoshop edits to savage one-liners, the internet gave Plum no breathing room. Meanwhile, Clark's subtle savagery turned her into an even bigger icon. She didn't lash out. She didn't make it personal. She simply exposed the truth, that professionalism and grace always win in the end. The lesson here: when the spotlight hits, some people shine and others shrink. Clark shined, Plum shrank. And when karma came knocking, it wore Nikes. In the bigger picture, this wasn't just a social media feud. It was a revealing look at why the WNBA has struggled to maintain growth. Too often, internal politics, drama, and misplaced resentment take center stage instead of the sport itself. If the league wants to truly thrive, it has to learn to rally around the stars who move the needle. Because no matter how good your t-shirts look, nothing speaks louder than unity, professionalism, and performance. And CaitlinClark just proved that with one Instagram comment. So next time someone decides to throw shade, maybe think twice. Because the internet doesn't forget, and neither does karma.